Hello besties, this week we are doing a watercolor technique on a soap dispenser using alcohol inks. But before then, let me welcome you to our YouTube channel, Misfit Makers Besties. Make sure you follow us on all our social media handles under Misfit Makers and click the subscribe button so you'll be notified of any new content, and go check out our website and our Patreon. Okay guys, we are going to start with a glass mason jar. You can get these at any store. You could even get them at the Goodwill. You want to spray paint it matte white, and you want to have a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, a little tray, a brush, and some alcohol inks. I'm using Crafty Cow's alcohol inks, intense inks. I love them. They are so bright, so pigmented. I am in love. These have to be some of my top favorite. So these are the colors that I used. You can use whatever color scheme you would like. You can use this technique on any tumbler or glass or stainless steel or whatever you prefer to do it on. Just make sure you spray paint it matte white, because it will make sure that it kind of absorbs the alcohol inks instead of just running down the side like glass would or a glossy surface would. So with that said, we're going to start with our purple. We're going to do kind of like a little gradient look. Purple, pink, blue, but you can really go at it any way. I put a couple of drops in my little plastic tray. I got these little plastic trays at the hobby store. You can get them pretty much anywhere. You can also use plastic plates or something that doesn't absorb the ink or make it dry too fast. So here I'm just using a little brush. You can also use a sponge if you prefer, or you can even use your glove finger if you want. I prefer a little brush like this because, for one, I don't get my hands dirty, and also I have a little bit more control. So first, like you said, I just did like little dabs. You're not brushing it, you're just dabbing it, because we want to get like a little watercolor effect. First, I went ahead with straight on with the color, as you saw first. Now, I'm going back and dipping my brush ever so lightly, like just the itty bitty bit, and because a little goes a long way. See how you see I'm kind of drying off some of the excess on the paper towel? Well, you want to like very lightly dip it in there, wipe off the excess, and then just tap it. See how it's giving it like a little watercolor effect? Very demure, very pretty, very soft, very watercolor. Keep on messing with it until you find your desired look, until you see the cells and the bubbles that you want. Something that I love about using alcohol inks is that they're so forgiving. They are very manipulative. Is that how you say it? Or manipulable? Like you can manipulate them really well. And if you don't like it, you can always wipe it off with alcohol. Or if it's like been sitting there for a few days and you decide you just don't like it anymore, just wait for it to dry and then go back and spray paint it matte white again and start over. Like I said, it's very, very user-friendly. I know it looks kind of intimidating, but I promise you that it's super, super easy. And also, guys, see how this pink is very bright? Like it doesn't really, like it's too bright. Well, you're going to see by the end, I'm going to dilute it by adding some alcohol to my ink to make it more the pink, more the softer pink that I like. So you can do that. If you don't have a lot of colors, then use the colors that you have and add just a teensy bit of alcohol and dilute it a little bit to give it that more soft pastel color. So I went with the pink and I diluted it a little bit using alcohol, and then I went with the blue, and then I did all that cell work that we did in the purple. I didn't want every single color is the same step, so I didn't want to spend too much time on each one because it's basically the same thing. As you see here, I'm blending them a little bit, like I'm going over the pink, I'm going over the purple. See, you'll see it'll have a better effect here where it looks like it's already completed. It's okay, so you need to realize that your colors are going to overlap. So make sure the colors that you pick, when they mix, they don't look all goopy green or badoo brown. So anyway, after it completely dries, then you go ahead and epoxy it. I use one coat of fast set epoxy. I actually did 2, and that's all I did. And make sure you remove that tape if you're doing a soap dispenser. As you see here, it is completed. It was so quick. I did add a little bit of glitter additive to my epoxy. I use CCDIY's fast set, and it's, oh my goodness, it's the best. I just add a tiny bit of additive to make it sparkle, and look how pretty it looks. I did slap a label on there. I didn't epoxy over my label. because I want it to be interchangeable in case I change my mind. But anyway, I hope this inspired you to make your own watercolor look using alcohol inks. Thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.